I have the pleasure of working with a lot of our largest and most strategic customers, and a lot of them struggle with the ideas of how to apply hyperautomation, low-code, AI, and in the real world, a lot of them just end up asking for a list of use cases, like a menu at a restaurant where they can just pick what they want. And there are plenty of examples, and you could fill a master list with them, but I've found it to be a lot more helpful to take a broader approach to the discussion and just first establish common patterns where we see the technologies applied, because ultimately every organization is going to express their needs differently, and so it's not going to be a one-size-fits-all solution, but this way has helped them really to deal with these abstract concepts, but then to find areas where they're going to extract the most value.
Could you give a bit of a background on how you and your team arrived at this understanding, how you came to formulate it in the form that you have?
Yeah, over the I'd say years, maybe even like a decade now, we've been having a lot of the same debates with our customers, and they've been having the same debates internally too, mostly around like this build versus buy. So they see a need that they have, and think about like, do I go get a point solution that does this one specific thing, or should I go and build, whether it's automation or an application or whatever it might be. And what we found is that that argument or that debate really oversimplified the issue. It's not really about buying or building. Like in this day and age, it's more about like control and responsibility. Meaning like if a customer chooses to go buy a point solution to address a particular need in the organization, they are giving full control generally to that vendor in exchange for giving that vendor all the responsibility for fixing it, maintaining it, adding to that product's roadmap. But in a lot of cases, when customers go to build a solution, it's because they want full control. But sometimes unknowingly they're taking on too much responsibility. And so a lot of times when we see organizations look at that argument today, they need to think about this really in terms of how much responsibility do they want to take on, and how can they really maximize capacity in the organization. So with the popularity of low code and hyperautomation AI, it's not really a binary decision anymore, because this is going to be something of a spectrum where you dial in just the right amount of control and responsibility you need for the workload. And that's really about achieving a balance. And if you achieve the right balance, what you'll see are really a way to scale your organization through several different dimensions. And those are focus, inclusion, velocity. But ultimately what we're saying is it's not a binary decision anymore. This is something where you have a lot more choices today, which can make the conversation a lot more complicated, thus the need for ways to deal with this at a broader level, and patterns of value help us do that.